feel free to get us started.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome to all of you for attending our meeting this afternoon. And we're really grateful that you signed on for us because they say it's a beautiful day outside. So we have a lot to cover and so we're going to get started. So we'll begin with Gemma with housekeeping.
Yep, housekeeping, just everyone mute yourselves. But I'm going through, if there's any background noise, I will be manually muting people. Yep, whenever you're ready, you can take it away.
Oh, I forgot Darnetta.
She's here.
Darnetta, are you there? No?
She's here. Don't forget to unmute yourself, Darnette. Oh, she's not connected to audio.
Okay.
I'll go back to her after you're done.
Yeah, if she gets on, we'll
Yeah.
we'll have her address everybody, our vice president.
Yeah.
Okay, Gloria, you want to do our memorandum?
Okay, so it's Gemma with housekeeping.
No, I already did housekeeping.
Yeah, you did that already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Darnetta's not there?
She is having some connection
Difficulty. So let's have a moment of silence for our deceased members. We have Mr. William Brown, Joe Chan, Charles Rubenstein, Joseph Reyes, and Joseph Farrell. Thank you so much, and we keep them in your prayers. So since she's not there and whatever. So then Aaron, you're next. Aaron Mooney.
Okay, well, thank you, Gloria, for getting us started. Thank you, everybody, for coming. It's great to see you and hear you. This is a nice opportunity every month for us to get together and share what's happening at the center, stay connected as we go into the sort of second year of being disconnected. I know we have lots of questions about that I'll try to answer, but I'm going to start on a couple good notes. First, I want to shout out Gemma, who's not here, for some really extraordinary programs on Zoom this past month. The Women's History Month celebration was just incredible. We also had a spring event to celebrate the Passover and Easter holidays. So I hope everybody had a nice holiday. And those who were able to join, it was really special. We had some wonderful music and some readings. We learned about the holidays. And the sun was shining, and it was just a really great event. So what I would also say is if you haven't joined any of those events that we've done, the sort of larger community events we do on Zoom, they are really, really great. We'd love to see more people attend them. So if you see those come up and those events where we have music and programs, please join us. Other great news, I'd like to welcome to our social work team, Karina. Is Karina on? Karina Teletenchi is our newest social worker. Karina comes to us with a lot of experience with Isaac. She did her concentration year internship to get her MSW, which she's wrapping up. And then she's joining us full time. She just started this month, and some of you already know her and have worked with her. So I'll give Karina an opportunity to say hello. Karina, are you there?
Hi, everyone. My name is Karina. Like Aaron said, I am new to the team. Even though I started here as an intern, I still feels like, it's a new transition. So I look forward to working with everyone. And I want to thank Aaron for, welcoming me to the group. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks,
Welcome
Karina.
from all of us.
Yes, welcome to the team. Karina is fluent in English and Spanish, so we'll be able to, to help out with our membership that speaks Spanish, and we're very excited about that. And I'm sure Albert is as well, who has been holding that down with the help of our students. So welcome, Karina. I also have some news that our own Gloria Gong has been promoted into the role of clinical manager. So Gloria, who has been with the Isaac Center now for just about 5 years, She's done everything that you can imagine doing when it comes to case management. She's a pro, and she's going to be able to bring that expertise and that experience into the role of guiding our other social workers and our MSW students. So when you see Gloria was in another program. She leads a program in Chinese right before this. Gloria, you there yet? If she's not, what? I don't think so. If she's not, then when you see her, please congratulate her. And we're really excited to see her grow professionally like that. And we're all here to support her in her new role. So congratulations, Gloria. Okay, what else? So one thing that's on top of everyone's mind and is the vaccine rollout in New York City and throughout the country and the world. We've had some big news. As we met last week, we have done and we've hosted a vaccine clinic here at Isaac Center. That was, came together, in a short period of time in early March. We vaccinated just about 480 people over the course of 4 days. So that was just an extraordinary effort. I imagine that's many of you on here came over for that clinic and or told us that you'd gotten vaccinated elsewhere. We're about to embark on the second dose. So it was the Moderna vaccine. And we have, we're gonna be on site from Thursday to Sunday to administer the second doses. So if you're on this call and you're supposed to come and you have any questions about it, please call us and we'll make sure that you're confirmed for your time period. We've been, doing outreach to everybody on that list to make sure you know when your appointment is. If it's most important that you come on the day you were scheduled, even if your timing is a little off, that's okay, because they only bring the amount of vaccines that are available. This is a second dose, so we can't add any new people. That said, we are staying up to date daily on what the resources are to get you vaccinated. So if you have not been vaccinated and you didn't get in for that clinic and you're interested, please let us know, and we will figure out the best solutions for you. We've been partnering with Mount Sinai, so they're offering to send people over. They'll call you and schedule an appointment. There are now walk-in sites if you're over 75. For you and whoever accompanies you, if you have someone go with you. So that's an option. And if you're stuck at home, if you're homebound, you haven't been able to get a vaccine because of that, we can put you on a list to get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine at home. That has been a slow rollout. We've requested a lot of folks to get that, to get on that list, and we've been assured people are on the list, but we haven't heard a lot of follow-up. So that is happening, but we're still trying to figure out how we can get better access to that. So overall, I really feel like it's been a very promising last month when it comes to the vaccines. We've, I think the number I saw was something like 650 or something of our members have received at least the first dose of the vaccine. And that's very promising as we look towards the future and the hope of coming out of this pandemic. So on the vaccines, the other question that has been coming up, there's been a couple, is what you can do once you've been vaccinated. So after this weekend, we're going to have 480 more community members that will be have both doses of their vaccine. So I'm just going to go over a couple things that are the current guidelines for what you can and can't do once you've been vaccinated. The most important thing to remember is you can't stop wearing your mask when you go out. You got to keep wearing your mask and keep practicing social distancing. That's important until they know more, until the CDC gives us more guidance on what and where you can be without a mask. But here's what they say so far. So first of all, you're not fully vaccinated until 2 weeks after your second dose. Okay, 2 weeks after that second dose of the Pfizer or Moderna. If you got the Johnson & Johnson, it's 2 weeks after that. That's only one shot, but it's 2 weeks. And then you're as fully protected as you can be, which is not 100%. But it's usually in the 90%, 94%, 6%. If you've been vaccinated, you can Visit inside a home or private setting without a mask with other people that are fully vaccinated. You can visit inside a home or private setting without a mask with one household of unvaccinated people who are not at risk of severe illness. Okay, so you want to be careful, even if you're vaccinated, about being unmasked around people that are really at risk, which includes older adults, right? So be very careful. You shouldn't be visiting without a mask with people that are at risk of severe illness. You still should not attend large gatherings, medium or large gatherings. CDC is saying you can travel domestically without the pre or post travel test. So if you're trying to see family, the family's vaccinated and you're going to travel to do that. If you've been fully vaccinated 2 weeks out, and so have they, that's okay. As long as you keep the group small, if under 10. And international travel is still depending on where you're going. There's some international travel that does or doesn't require quarantining. So that's kind of an overview of what you can do once you've been vaccinated. If you have questions and want to talk that through with us, our social workers would be happy to do that. The other big question is about how long do the vaccines last? So once you've been vaccinated, how long does it last? Again, I'm using the CDC information here. I'm not myself a medical expert. So both of this week, or actually the last 24 hours, they've released information that the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines are still effective after 6 months. So far, that's what they're seeing. But this is all clinical trials that are still ongoing. So they don't know how long the effectiveness will be. And they're saying it's likely that you'll have to get another vaccine either annually or after a period of time. They may also, they're looking into what they're calling boosters as well, which would be maybe an additional dose. Okay, so that's a lot of vaccine information. The only other thing I would say is we are invested in continuing to keep you up to date with that information. We'll keep hosting information sessions about the vaccine and about what to do and what the latest science is saying about the vaccines, so that we can have the healthiest community that we can have here. So if you are unsure or need questions answered, please send them to us and we will do what we can to help. Okay, my last update is about food. We always talk about food. The last year, everybody's been stuck at home. Food insecurity has been, unprecedented and worse than ever for a lot of people. And we want you to feel like you can come to us if you have concerns about keeping enough food in your apartments, getting enough nutritious food, healthy food. We're interested to know, what your experience has been with the Good Get Food program, the city's program. We've heard not so great things about that. And we are, trying to figure out solutions for getting you more nutritious food at home. We launched the first pilot part of the Soups Up program, delivering soup to some folks who live around the neighborhood. And we're gathering information about how that's going. There's more going out this Friday. So Gemma hosted a couple of information sessions about that as well. So more to come, but we're really trying to ramp up options and make sure that you have nutritious food. We'll also have pantry available. So if you're interested in receiving pantry items, we have the program through New York Common Pantry. If you're over 60 and make less than $1,300 a month, we can get you on that. If not, we're rolling out a new program with Food Bank of New York to expand that. So if you are in need of pantry, meaning like shelf staple grocery items, let us know and we'll figure out which program works best for you. Okay, and lastly, we should talk about reopening. Where are we at with the idea of reopening senior centers? That's another question that's continued to come, and I understand why. There's no current indication that we will be reopening in the way that we were open before. Part of that is because the numbers for COVID-19 are still quite high, quite bad in New York City. We're actually one of the national hotspots right now. So numbers are pretty high. So it wouldn't be safe for those who aren't vaccinated to be out and at the center. And we don't know what the time frame would be. That said, we are having conversations about it. We are in conversations with the city regularly about this. It would be part of it would come from their directives, and part of it is, you know, what we feel is safe and what works for our community, what's best. I would also say that it will likely look different. You know, the priorities of what we're doing and the way that we do things in terms of meeting the needs of food and this have sort of changed the outlook of what the program does. So while we hope to have an array of virtual offerings going forward and programs where you can get together and provide space to socialize and have a meal, you know, it's unclear what it's all going to look like and how it's all going to roll out, but probably in phases, and it'll probably look a bit different. So I'm happy to take questions about that. I'm gonna move it back to Gloria. We'll hear from Gemma. We'll hear from everyone else, and then we'll have some time for questions at the end. So hope this was helpful. I'll pass it back to you, Gloria.
Thank you so much. Did we get Darnetta back on the line?
Yes, we did. Darnett, don't forget to unmute yourself. Oh, Darnett, we can't hear you. Now we can.
Okay, it says your microphone is unmuted.
There you are. We hear you.
Okay, but when I'm doing that, I can't speak, can I?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, all right.
Good afternoon, Darnetta.
Good afternoon, Miss Gloria. I finally worked my way in here.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So your mic is open for whatever you'd like to say to the seniors.
Okay, I would just like to say it's nice to be back into another meeting. At least we can correspond if we can't meet together. And I'm still in Georgia, and it's hot. It's in the 80s, and I'm really a caregiver. So I just ask for your prayers and help me get through this. And I'm looking forward to us meeting at the Stanley Isaac Center before this year is over. And talk to you all next month. Hope it's all better. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Darnetta. It's good to hear your voice. So then we're going to move back to Gemma for updates.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, my background makes it look like I cut off all my hair, but it's here, I promise. I first want to say thank you to everyone for that was able to join our special programming, the Women's History Month celebration and the Spring Holiday celebration. They went really great, and they were just a really great time. And a shout out to Justina. She's not on the meeting, but just a shout out to her because she's a great co-host, and she's a great host. And the programs come out fantastic. So I'm really glad we were able to provide you with those events. This past week was the first time we launched Soups Up. I know that we've kind of had discussions about it in the past. It is still in its soft launch. So there are hiccups. We are still on a small scale operation. There's no favoritism involved. It's just we have a lot more people than we can that have the need or indicated that they're interested than we do the capacity to provide meals to everyone. But you know, eventually we will transition into the opportunity to be able to provide meals to lots of people. So stay tuned. We'll have plenty of updates, hopefully, as this gets as things run a little more smoothly and the kinks are worked out. We will be able to have a full presentation and give you a better understanding of the Soups Up program. So far, we've gotten really great feedback. We really do appreciate any of the feedback you have to provide about your Get Food experience, about your interest in Soups Up, really just any type of, any feedback is welcome, because obviously, like, this center is yours. You guys make it what it is. And while everything is still virtual, we still are providing services, and we want to make sure that the services are meeting your needs and your interests. And yeah, so And just to reiterate what Erin was saying, we have a full program. We have a full calendar of programs. We have a weekly calendar of programs. I email daily, and we want to see you in the programs. If you're not seeing programs that you're interested in, let me know so we can try to work out getting things that you'll actually be interested in, because we want to see you and we want to be able to provide that opportunity for you. And the numbers are low, and I understand that as the weather gets nicer, we're going to want to go outside more, but we still want to be able to see you as well. So our regular programming stands. There hasn't been any changes to that programming, but I do have updates on some other programs. So I will save. So 4/14, April 14th, if you attended the nutrition workshop, Jason Mikowski will be having like a office hour session. It's only gonna be half an hour, but he probably can stay on a little longer. It'll provide him the opportunity to answer any questions that you may have related to nutrition, and also the nutrition workshops that he hosted. Those nutrition workshops were uploaded to the YouTube page, and I can resend the link to that so you guys can review it on your own time. And if you find that you have any questions that you want to discuss with him, you have the opportunity to do so April 14th, which is a Wednesday, from 11 to 11:30. Just to kind of piggyback off of what Erin was talking about with the vaccines, obviously, as we know, COVID-19 is a virus that, we're learning as we go, and the same goes for the vaccine. So the information can be kind of difficult to decipher, and sometimes the messages can be kind of conflicting because as time passes, we're learning more information, new information that's being solidified with the research that's, ongoing. We will be having 2 vaccine hesitancy workshops. One will be on the 19th, which is a Monday. It'll be in Spanish. That one will be at noon. And then we'll have another one in English on the 22nd at 4:30. So I'll email this information out, obviously, as we get closer. But even if you've gotten the vaccine, this is also an opportunity. They will be hosted by doctors. So if you have questions in relation to COVID or the COVID vaccine, this would be a great place for you to join and ask questions. Also, I highly recommend speaking to your own doctors, as they may be able to answer questions more closely related to your health needs. And then our last update is the OATS technology training. We'll be providing it in 3 different languages. On Mondays, starting next week, we'll have programs Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So on Monday, we'll have the Mandarin program. It'll be from 1:30 to 3. On Wednesday, we'll have the Spanish program. It'll be from 1:30 to 2:30. And then on Friday, we have it running from 1:30 to 2:45. And I actually have the instructor for that program. So Roberto, whenever you are ready, you can give a little spiel.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I know you're all muted, but hello. So my name is Roberto Enamorado, or as you would say in Spanish, Roberto Enamorado. And I am a technology trainer with Senior Planet. Among other things, I'm also a social micropreneur and multimedia artist. And I guess that's why I'm here, right? So we'll be covering a few topics, which I'll go over briefly here. Smartphone and photography, sharing photos from a smartphone, Google Workspace, Google Photos, Instagram, getting started with Instagram, digital storytelling platform called Enwoven. It's not really well known. And I will say up front, it's a little buggy. Like many of these tools, technology can be a little buggy. So it's good to be patient with these things if you can. And then towards the tail end, we'll be talking about Canva. Canva is a phenomenal tool. And I will say, when we meet for about an hour. So I don't expect everyone to become like masters at these things with an hour of conversation. We do hope that with the information that we provide, you spend some hours even afterwards, applying the information. This stuff really, I will say, takes time, but it could be a lot of fun. At least it is for me, and hopefully it will be for you as well. So I'm grateful to be here. Thank you for the partners who collaborated on this. I don't know who works on that, on the coordinating side of things. I know there's lots of people working on that. But again, I'm here just to teach class. So that's pretty much it for me.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us to share with us about the program. I will also be emailing out the link to our Isaac specific programming with the schedule, and there is a schedule that will follow in regards to what the topic will be for the day of the program. It is encouraged for you to kind of join consistently just in case the topic builds upon for the following week. It may be difficult to jump in. You may lose, kind of lose place of where people are in terms of their progress. But I'm really excited for the program just because, especially for a lot of you who are with us on Zoom, it's evident that you're familiar with how to get onto Zoom, and for a lot of senior tech programs, it's just about Zoom. And if you got on, you know how to use it. So you've gotten that far. So this opportunity will provide an opportunity for you to explore further with your technology knowledge and the devices that you have, and just the capacity that there is to utilize them, especially as we as we remain safe and we're still social distancing, we're still on the computer a lot. So we want to make sure that you guys are equipped with the knowledge to get its full usage. Again, as Erin said, also, if you're interested in vaccines, still reach out to us. While we aren't giving vaccines at the center, again, that we know of, if we do, we'll provide updates. But if you're still interested in vaccines, definitely still reach out to us. We do have avenues of places we can refer you to so you can get appointments. And we want to make sure that if you're interested in getting vaccinated, that we make that happen for you. So I think that concludes for me. If anyone ever has any questions or anything, definitely feel free to reach out. If you're interested in the tech program, I will be emailing out all the links for the different classes and everything. So just be on the lookout. I will provide a summary after this meeting.
And there's nothing new
Briefly.
on taxes.
Huh?
Nothing new on taxes.
Oh, so just a quick recap. I know a lot of people had a lot of questions about the taxes. So taxes, a lot of people have found themselves in a difficult position because obviously we had our AARP come and provide tax assistance for many years. And with the pandemic, that was not a thing that we were able to do. I know I've emailed out a bunch of resources about places you can reach out to see if they have appointments available to get your taxes done for free if you meet the income guidelines. You can still reach out. I would suggest not narrowing yourself to one resource. I would call as many places as you can, and then whichever one gets back to you first, you can make an appointment with. One of the barriers that a lot of people are having is that because there are less places meeting in person and taking in-person appointments, you either have to scan in your documents or you have to drop them off, which I know a lot of people are not comfortable with. If a barrier to you getting your taxes done is simply just providing documentation, definitely reach out to us so we can try to work something out for you, whether it be scanning the documents and sending them to the place you need to file, or making copies so you don't have to leave originals with the tax preparers. We don't want that to be a barrier for you for not being able to get an appointment. So yeah, I'm just gonna repeat my phone number in case anyone needs it: 212-360-7620, extension 198. Again, 212-360-7620, extension 198. And Roberto, did you want to say one more thing?
Yeah, no, just if there's anything else, otherwise I'm gonna head out.
Okay, thank you for joining and giving us
Thanks
a
so much.
little explanation.
Awesome. Take good care.
You too. Yep, so that's all my updates. If anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to me via phone, and I will be providing all these updates as we go along via email.
Okay, so moving right along then, is Damien there?
Damien's not on. I do see if Jared's still on and you want to share an update about the programming.
Okay.
Off.
Oh, he jumped off.
Yeah, I saw him leave.
Okay, Crystal's not on. Frank.
No.
Frank's on. He just may be busy. We can go back to him.
And Jared?
Uh-uh.
No. No Jared, no Frank, no Damien. Crystal?
She's not on right now.
Hey, I'm on, sorry.
Okay, Frank. Hi.
How are you, everyone?
Okay.
As promised, I just wanted to give a quick update, as we've been doing monthly on the restroom. So we had a meeting with NYCHA yesterday, and there is some positive movement on the project. It's still in the, sort of the paperwork phase, which is always the most sort of arduous and time-consuming phase, but things are moving according to schedule, which is a good thing. Currently there's paperwork with the comptroller. Once they approve it, we can start to move along a little bit quicker in the project and make some progress. We are still on track to actually break ground per NYCHA in July, which was the original project timeline. So that's good news. And again, this is going to be a complete renovation of the restrooms in 415 for the public restrooms, the male and the female restroom in 415. So again, just a quick update. We are on track to actually start that project on time.
Okay. Thanks, Frank.
Welcome.
Patky?
I don't have a lot of updates, but I did want to say hi to everyone. It's
Hi.
great to see everyone. We are still in the midst of passing the budget for the city, and there are going to be lots of opportunities for advocacy in the next couple of weeks and months. So I'll be working closely with the Social Action Committee to let you know what opportunities there are. Also on the state side, the state is on their way to passing the state budget. Hopefully today it'll be finalized completely. And we have put in some requests to receive some capital dollars in support of our food programs at Isaac. So we haven't received any word as to whether that's been approved yet, but if it is, we'll certainly share more about that. Thank you.
Thank you also. Sorry, I forgot to include in my reminder, next Thursday will be Social Action Committee.
Okay, is Maren there?
She's not available today.
Okay. Next up would be Greg.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you all. Thank you for allowing us this time to gather together. First and foremost, once again, congratulations to Gloria Gong, who has a great new role at the Isaac Center. We're thrilled for you, very happy for you to take that on. To some of the new team members, welcome. To all of our friends who participate on a monthly basis during these conversations, I just want to say how grateful and appreciative I am of the opportunity to see you. I'm on site once a week. I'll be on site for a couple days for the second round of vaccines, but it's always a pleasure and a treat to see your faces. I mention this partially because I was lucky enough this weekend, my parents and my family members upstate have all been vaccinated. And for the first time in more than a year, some of my family members were able to get together, and I was able to Zoom with them and see some of their faces as they were gathering together. And they said, "Oh my God, you have a beard. What happened?" And that was their feedback for me. And I said, "I'm going to keep growing it till we all have the vaccine." So all this to say, it's great to see your faces in this setting. And to Aaron's earlier point, we cannot make any promises at all about when it is that our doors will reopen. We're going to have to continue to be comfortable and to try to get comfortable with this type of online resource, this sort of remote resource. And then as the opportunities grow to either meet outside of our building or ultimately, hopefully inside of our building, we'll talk to you about that. But it is a slow rollout. And again, to reinforce what Aaron said, we are a hot spot right now. So we have to continue to be very, very careful about our health and safety and wellness. I just want to say a couple of things. It is the spring time. And I just have to say, I don't know if you're like me, but I think of the spring, I think of time for renewal. I think of opportunity, I think of growth. And certainly as a community, we've been through a lot. And if there's a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, I think spring is a good reminder that there's still an opportunity to grow and to build and to renew. And our commitment as an organization remains with you to grow and to build and to renew, because this city is not yet what it should be. This city is not yet what it can be, but together we can figure it out in support of each and every one of you in our neighborhood. On that note, I want to say to you, we are now 2 months, April, May, June, 3 months, a little less, away from what is the New York City primary and the next set of New York City primaries in this city for elected office and citywide office and local office. And that includes the mayor's race, that includes council member races, that includes the comptroller and borough president. And I just want to say to each of you at this time that the decisions that are made in this next election, this June primary, which essentially sort of dictates who the elected officials are going to be for the city, it's a big deal. And we as an organization are going to be putting in the work and the effort to share information, to try to educate. We're going to start talking about ranked choice voting, which is brand new to all of us. So we have to talk about that. But we want to make sure that you, and when I say you, I mean our senior center members, our community members, our staff, we want to be as educated and informed and play a role in who is going to lead this city going forward. Because if we've learned anything over the last year, something we probably already knew, and that is leadership matters. So on that note, I want to welcome you to the spring. I hope you are getting some opportunity to catch your breath and to breathe in. For those of you who've had the opportunity to be vaccinated, we're so deeply proud to have offered that to everyone. We're going to continue to fight to create those opportunities, but get ready, because now we're going to start pivoting to this big election cycle and decision-making for our city, because nothing matters more than who's running the show over these next 4 or 8 years. So on that note, it's great to see all of you. And of course, if ever, if any time, and now, if you have questions, I'm always happy to answer. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Greg. It's good to see you. Yeah,
Good to see you.
I'm concerned too about the beard. But anyway, we'll
Let you
talk
go.
about that when I see you.
Yeah. It doesn't quite look right, but it's the least I can do.
It's okay. It's all good, Greg. It's you know, me and you, it's all good. Okay.
It's all good. It's all good. It's
Yeah.
great to see you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we have no other business. Is that all for Aaron and Jenna?
All done for me. Just be on the lookout for any updates or robocalls I make with any program changes, additions, etc.
Okay, well, I have something special that was sent to me by my daughter that I would like to read. But before that, I would just like to wish all of the April people like myself a happy birthday. So that being said, I'm going to.
Gloria, if you don't mind, let's if anyone had any questions before we wrap up.
Yes. Hello,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yes.
It's Anna. Yes, on what Greg was talking about, the elections, this evening at 7 p.m., State Senator Liz Krueger is having a webinar about ranked choice voting. I don't have the details. Someone, because of my blindness, is going to leave the Zoom number, whatever, the entry. But if you go call her office, they can give that to you. And the other thing is, unfortunately, it's at the same time, the Progressive, I think it's a new group, Progressive, Upper East Side Progressives, is having a forum with candidates for the city council, including the city council in our neighborhood. So that's also happening tonight. And I guess you could look up Upper East Side Progressives and get details from that.
I also I shared the link to register for Liz Krueger's event tonight at 7. but she will also be posting it on her Facebook page. It will be streamed live. So if you're not able to RSVP or register in that way, you can go onto her Facebook page. You can just search Liz Kruger Facebook, and you should be able to find it that way as well.
Great.
Okay.
Did
Thank
anyone
you.
else have any questions?
Any questions for Aaron? No? Gemma?
I just want to say that the soup up was wonderful, and I did share my feedback with young trainee, with Joshua. So it was very, very good, very generous. Thank you.
Thank you
Great.
for the feedback.
Great. Great. We'll share that as well. Anything else before we hear from Gloria?
I just want to quickly advertise.
Oh, yes,
I just want
please.
to quickly advertise the current events group. I'm taking over for
Please.
Kathy, and it's a lot of fun. And it's on Fridays at 1. So please come. Have good
Friday,
discussions.
Join Grace in the current events group. That's always, there's plenty to talk about.
For sure.
Get in there.
Can I
Okay.
say something?
Please, Elspeth.
I wanted to tell everybody when I got my first shot, vaccination, I was so impressed by the welcome we got. Everybody got a little bag with some sanitizer on that on the after one, but everybody, I remember at the beginning when I started to be an insider of the Stanley Isaac, it was very hard, the transition, but I'm so grateful for what you have been doing, Greg, on Aaron, on Paki, there are so many, on Albert. You have so many wonderful people at the center, so dedicated, and I want to say to everybody on Gloria, a great thank you.
Thank you, Elspeth.
Thank you.
We're thankful to have you around as well.
It was so nice to see the faces still half covered, but it was so nice to see after all those months.
Likewise. Thank you.
Okay. So here we go.
Okay.
And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still and listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows, and the people began to think differently. And the people healed. And in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and the people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully as they had been healed. So I think that's something that we could all take heart in, what we're going through today with COVID. It hasn't been easy for any of us. And as we listen to the news every day and all the disturbing things that we see happening, and what's happening now with our Asian community, it's very, very disheartening. But I mean, if we all kind of just pull together, stay together in whatever way that's possible, and saying our prayers, and enlisting our aid and our hope, a telephone call, a card, just to let somebody know that you're thinking about them, that they're not in this by themselves. And in time, the earth will heal and we ourselves will heal. And we just have to be mindful of all of that, because with God, there's love. And that's what we should do, love one another. So I thank you all for coming out this afternoon. Look forward to seeing all of you next month. And Peace to all of you.
Thank you, Gloria. That was beautiful. While you were speaking, we got a hand raise from Gloria. Gloria Torres, if you wanted to jump in before we go.
Okay.
Thank you. Gloria Torres?
Don't forget to unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to make a suggestion. Like Gloria was saying, everything that's been happening, you know, the seniors being assaulted. If you like to go for a walk, and I know that the weather is really nice now. If you want to go shopping or to the supermarket or whatever, I suggest we all get a walking partner or someone that we can, you know, go with instead of just going out alone. I think there's more of a safety in that. If you decide to go out and you know, take a walk or go to the park, I have a walking partner, which is great, and she's younger than me. So if you're a building, you could look at ask in your building to put up notes to see if you can get a walking partner or even someone that's younger. I would suggest that for safety reasons.
It's an excellent idea. It's an excellent idea.
Yes, thank you, Gloria. Everyone, we do want to protect ourselves and just be mindful of, you know, keeping socially distanced and limiting how many people you're with. But I think that's a nice idea to make yourself feel comfortable and feel safe. We got to keep an eye out for each other, as Gloria was saying,
Yes, we do.
get through these difficult times and reflect on them.
So
Okay.
if we have nothing else, then our
Okay.
meeting is be adjourned.
Yes, wonderful meeting. Thank you, Gloria, for leading it. And thanks
you all.
everybody for coming. We appreciate you. With you. Good to see you. And let's all stay in touch.
Yes, we will. Okay,
Thank
everybody.
you.
All right.
Take care.
Have a good week.
Thank you. Hi there, Albert.
How you doing? How's
I'm good.
everything?
I'm good.
Nice to see you.
Okay.
Hi,
All right,
everyone.
take care, everyone. Enjoy the weather.
Okay.
So long.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Donetta, take care.